Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's time for Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
Wham bam. Brewsday Tuesday. What, did it not pop all the way?
No, it did, but for the first time in a long time, I got sprayed right in the face like I'm in SeaWorld.
Nice. The old skeet. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. For those that don't know, it is Dark Chocolate Day, which is apparently a thing, Nate.
You can just make up a day for anything.
Well, yeah, I guess it shouldn't surprise me.
Yesterday was National Bubble Wrap Popping Day. Not even Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, Bubble Wrap Popping Day.
If
A
I had
whole
only
day for that.
known, I love popping bubble. I would have dipped into my my archive resources. I just save them until like I'm bored.
I
and pop 'em.
immediately thought of you because sometimes I do hear you popping the bubble wrap all the way down to my office. There's DreZ with the bubble wrap again. It's a comforting sound.
I mean, it's basically, it's fun if you're popping it. If anybody else is popping it, it'll drive you crazy. But I'm a fan of the bubble wrap popping. But we digress. Yes, so we are doing celebrating Dark Chocolate Day. However, it's kind of hard to find specific dark chocolate beers. So we figured, we're using the title just as an inspiration.
Make up our own rules.
for beers. Yeah, we can do whatever the hell we want. So. This one is quite fitting, I believe. From Rogue, we have the, I don't know if it's called Share Me. I just noticed that the chocolate actually says Share Me on it. But this is I guess, Share Me Double Chocolate Stout, which is a stout brew with natural flavor. It says right here on the back, we doubled down on our chocolate stout recipe to create this imperial version of the classic. It's just too good to deny. So share this with a special friend or treat yourself and enjoy this luxuriously creamy stout featuring intense notes of chocolate and dark roasted malts. I will be sharing it with a dear friend. That'll be you, because I don't think I should drink this all to myself. It is 9%, this imperial chocolate. So, I like chocolate. Most chocolate beers are going to be stouts, as you'll see throughout this show. So if I'm gonna be forced to drink a stout, I figure you might as well make sure it's a nice, got a hearty ABV, because usually that means it'll probably be good in my book.
I agree. I don't know. I've had some weird experiences with chocolate alcohol. In particular, my mom used to always get this chocolate wine. And it was just the weirdest, most off-putting. Chocolate has no business with grapes. That being said, I've probably only had several, maybe you could probably count on both hands, chocolate beers, but I've got the Sycamore Special Brownies. So special brownies, always good, always welcome. You don't want to overindulge necessarily. This is a 7.3% ABV from Sycamore, and a pinch of this and a dash of that into the mixing bowl. These brownies will take you to another dimension. So I don't know exactly what they're promising here, but I've got lofty expectations from Sycamore.
Yeah, Sycamore makes some damn good beer. Where they out of again?
Given the maple leaf, I would not guess that they're brewed and canned in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, that's right, North Carolina. So, but yeah, I've come to love a lot of Sycamore beers over the years. So I think, hopefully, I'm not trying to put my hopes up too high, but also, brownies, man. You actually, truth be told, I didn't really like brownies when I was younger. I still don't really understand or can't explain that one, but
what was your go-to? Because of course you've got your handy dandy candy machine in your office that I think we've all rated quite a deal. What was your go-to sweet?
As a kid, well, I don't know. You think of the ones that are specifically kid-esque, like Fun Dip. I loved Fun Dip back in the day.
Crack for kids.
Yeah.
Pixie Sticks also.
Oh yeah, Pixie Sticks. That's a classic. But I mean, ones that I've loved even since I was a child and still to this day. Reese's is a good go-to. Twix probably might be up there as one of my all-time favorite. You really just can't go wrong with a Twix. It's so good.
See, I was as a kid and still as an adult, chocolate was never really my To this day, you could actually go down to my office and there is a 1.5-pound bag of the Haribo gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Like I was always
do
more like the straight candy. I do like chocolate, but it's not like I will never. That's never going to be an impulse buy for me. Now, if I see a bag of Warheads sitting there, I'm going to go ahead and buy those.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, I definitely I dabble with the other candies, but man, chocolate, dude, it's so good. But it's funny because yeah, some people it's not their thing. I got a cousin who just doesn't like chocolate, which still just boggles my mind. But I mean, you know, to each their own. I just more for me.
And it's one of those things. Like I've always had really. My wife always makes fun of my like we would go out to Friendlies on dates, and then sometimes her whole family would join us. Long story, and like they would all order these like ridiculous ice cream cones, and then there I am just sitting with like a cone of vanilla.
Vanilla.
And, like I've still never lived that down. It's cool. I don't really need all that chocolate.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, places like that, you know, you glob all the crap on just to cover up that it's crappy ice cream. You know, like. I grew up near Fredericksburg, and Carl's ice cream. You've been there. You're nodding your head. Yeah. I mean, I guess they do have. If you get a sundae, you can get some, you know, some nuts or whatever on it. But for the most part, you just go up and get a cone of vanilla or chocolate. I guess they do have strawberry. I never get the strawberry, but it's just it's good ice cream. I think it's actually. Oh, what did somebody tell me? It's not actually ice cream. It's. What are the other versions of
custard?
It's custard, is what somebody told me, and I'm just
I think it is frozen custard.
Well, why does it say Carl's ice cream? But I guess technically, I think it is custard. I don't know the difference. I'm not too sure.
Carl bought a old ice cream machine from McDonald's. The damn thing failed. That's what happened.
Well, one fun fact about Carl's ice cream: my brother did used to work there, and he was a Gib guy in the back. So he would throw the ingredients in basically into the machine, and then you know they go out. So Everclear is in Carl's ice cream. They use Everclear.
It's the secret ingredient.
It probably is. That's so everybody loves it and feels so good after when they have it. And
That's intriguing.
Get a little high, but so one thing I did notice on this can, it has the usual I mean not usual. I guess a lot of cans don't have this. Most of them will have the ABV at least for you. 68 IBUs, that's International Bitters Unit. It has 125 SRM. You know what the SRM is? This is where I'm missing Huck because
Stout rating module.
I don't
just
know.
Throwing a shot in the dark there.
SRM. I'm not too sure. We're not really super beer
We're
experts.
not scientists. We're beer drinkers. That.
Standard reference method? Oh, it's color. So it's like based on color. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I probably should have known that.
It's measured in a cell path length of yeah. So I guess it's just showing you. I bet the darkness. It is pretty damn dark. If you're watching on the Facebook or the YouTube, you can see this is
so like
like you'd expect.
Water's probably like a 0 and. That's what was the number for that one?
125.
Okay.
So pretty dark. So dark that, you know, once I had it poured, you couldn't really see the black cellar logo on the glass there. So, yeah, pretty dark. Yours as well. And again, I think in the next round, I do believe we have one's a stout and one might be not quite as stout. So I don't know. We'll see. Either way.
Intriguing.
Yeah, we'll give them a go, but. They're all big beers, I can tell you that much. I think it's I think mine's 9. What was yours again?
7.3.
7.3. The next round, I think is even bigger.
I mean, I feel like these are by design, very much so. Like again, we kind of ran into it with the Irish coffee last week. This is a dessert.
Yeah.
This is not
obviously.
I mean, you got the chocolate and the special brownies. I mean, they're leaning into it, but it is nice to have that category because. You always have dessert wines. I like that dessert beers are coming more prominent.
Yeah, that's what when you were talking about like that chocolate wine that your mom had or whatever. Because I think on my rack right now I have a dessert wine that's actually mint chocolate, and yeah, you think that, but like any in my book at least, any dessert wines, they're good, just very small. Like you can't have a whole. Not even really a whole normal glass, let alone a whole bottle. Like you open that, everybody gets a little taste, and it's just something nice, you know, sweet. few sips.
You
but-
know, I'm making this face, and I'm probably not being fair because think about like chocolate and raspberries together is always very delicious.
Yeah, I mean,
So
when you said
I
just
may be
chocolate, I'm
way
like,
off
yeah,
base, and
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a try where I'm not trying to be a delinquent and sneak it away from my mom.
If I had thought of it, I would have brought in the chocolate mint because I mean, it's not dark chocolate mint, but it could have maybe worked today. But maybe another time. We do still have Valentine's Day on the horizon, so
I hope you
shall
got me
see.
something good.
Oh, you know it. You know it. But let's go ahead and untap this round of these chocolate beers. Rogue's Double Chocolate Stout. I thoroughly am enjoying this beer. You know, I've said it once. I'll say it a million times on this show. Not a big stout guy, but when you throw in chocolate, which I do love, and you do it well, and you know bump up the AVB to 9%, I'm gonna be a happy DreZ. Let me take one more sip, but
The AVB.
it's clearly getting me. I told you I haven't eaten anything today, so like
That's
this is
true.
probably not smart of me.
I'm not doing much better at a salad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be feeling really good after this show. I can guarantee it. This is a good beer, man. I mean, it has some great notes. It's got just amount of bitterness, and you know, it's got the malty, that malty roast they were talking about. But of course, you got the chocolate. You got some sweetness to it. It's good beer, man. I would recommend it. I would say it's probably a solid 4.5, maybe 4.7. I'll give it a 4.75.
All right. So, I mean, we preface this with, by the way, he's DreZ Drinks on Untapped.
I was gonna do that once you did yours.
I'm Big Nate Danger. And I said at the beginning that I had lofty expectations from Sycamore with this
Yeah.
special brownies chocolate stout. I mean, it's what you expect from a stout. There's virtually no lacing. The thing I'm really enjoying about this one, it's got a little bit more of a carbonated kick to it than you would expect usually from a stout. It's not much, but it's enough to kind of like tickle the tongue. As far as a chocolate stout goes, I think they knocked it out of the park here. I think anyone who kind of likes stouts or kind of likes chocolate and is really passionate about the other item would be absolutely thrilled with it.
Are you getting anything brownie-esque? Because it is a chocolate brownie.
It kind of on the smell, it does kind of smell like a brownie. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like when the brownies are baking, but after they've kind of sat there for a day, and you're still getting the little like familiar like, oh, there's a whiff of brownie. I should go over to that pan and eat some. And I do get that. Not so much brownie on the flavoring though.
Let me guess. You like the corner brownies, right? You like the edges.
Yeah, that's where it caramelizes the most.
I like it too.
That's the way to go.
That is the best.
Well, how do you feel about nuts or no nuts?
Oh, I can take nuts and brownies. In fact, my aunt, I think it's my aunt Beth that does it. I don't know who does it, but somebody makes these brownies where it's like you do the chocolate, and then she puts like Heath bars in it. So inside
toffee.
the brownie, you get
Yeah.
do yourself a favor.
All right.
Mm.
I know what I'm making this weekend. All right, so I mean, I really hate doing this. We need to just go ahead and like throw the ball at the wall and get some bad beers. But
Another.
so I'm not gonna give it a
Really?
5.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I mean, honestly, this one could easily have been a 5 too, but I feel like there's still potential room for improvement.
Yeah, and I think that's absolutely the case here. You don't get a lot of the heat from the alcohol. It's very well balanced, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4.5
that's
for
good.
the Sycamore Special Brownies.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend it.
good stuff. All right, good round of the dark chocolate day beers that we're celebrating here on Brewsday Tuesday. We'll take a quick break, and we're gonna get more crunk right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.